shut it down, we made the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical, this moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets, they say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy, devil get behind me. Told you I'm the best, I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crown. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity, you suck. Home made way for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, it's absent. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn, this feel like splitting an atom. We got involved with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution, around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, that's where I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous and let y'all peruse it. How obnoxious, she ain't got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with the big crown. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity, you suck. Home made way for a prodigy.
Gonna catch your breath for a second. Look at your neighbor and checking. We bout to march, so if you not get to stepping. I done told you who I am. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I think just be mad because my voice is so decadent. I'm setting the precedent. No mistakes and no accident. We ignoring the standard set cause our lowest is passionate. This alone is a classic hit. I'm a verb amongst adjectives. If the industry full of and my words is a laxative. I'm a maniac on these beats. I'm insane and it's not discreet. I'm enraged because y'all ain't see it. I'm spraying on every street, entertaining no whack opinion. Who's saying we not elite? I'm over Balenciagas. I'm changing into my cleats. It's go time. It's show time. I ain't calming down until this place.
It's week 17 of the NFL, and we'll see the Cowboys rocket-arm quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Cowboys and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
PA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing first play is Ritter. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Looking for trailing Burks that time. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time, spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to play. keep throwing down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback. 62 yards. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. So thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 16 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, throwing it early and come back to the run.
3rd and 9 here. Ritter now. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Stop short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Meanwhile, Young's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the 1st quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the 1st quarter. that goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with it or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Young on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. It's Young. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd goal. Last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. And they've played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Micah Parsons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Young on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's their quarterback on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. The York on now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Falcons ready to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Ritter back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Shedding the tackle. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. Short throw caught by Pitts. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Ritter will set up to throw it. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, maybe a little bit of a curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Offense set for this next drive. Everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing. This blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Option right, Young. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know?
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, Young. Over the middle, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Okay, right?
First down, here's Ritter. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first down, Ritter. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Ritter with another throw on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. 3 touchdown passes there for Mac Jones. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Devontae Smith, a touchdown reception. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick if indeed they end up trying one.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter. That's complete to Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now a 2nd and 10. Ritter to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Ritter. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't loading up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Patterson's kick is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolt. Touchdown!
A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on third down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. Third down incompletion, fourth down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to first down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go, set.
On play action, here's Ritter.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw is on target to Burks.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Now Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And they'll run again.
No signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Leads to second and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. It looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just it looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver.
Just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Out of the gun now on third down. Here's a diving catch right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Ritter targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Back to throw, Ritter. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On second down, Davis.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Ritter on 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. That's Barker. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd down and a yard. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
On play action, they'll throw. Again, that's Watkins.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance.
Tell me how you feel. My whole city catching bees. I'm from the rock for real. Broski turned into a demon when he off them. Ride till I die. Hope that Jesus come and grab the wheel. That singing like Clay Aiken. R.I.P. to all my loved ones that ain't make it. Got a bond with the streets and I just can't break it. Run it up. Now my safe done turned into my safe haven. Them racks in, okay. On the block I post up, I can't fade away. Baby, I've been too turned. I don't care about what a hater say. Dark skin, thick. I like the so I named the bay. I'm in it every day. New drip, I just spent some G's on my attire. These righteous keep on growing, but my jeans getting tighter. I went overseas with the swiper. Bad, no, I never seen nothing like her. I bought for my snipers. Any sun moving, make it sing like the choir. R.I.P. that got Lindsay Lohan. I need some more bands. I'm a grown man.
Hey, yo, DJ. AYB, that pipe 'em up, bro.